Hello everyone, this is Scott with Hi-Lux Optics. We're back again at the range, but this time to sight in the 20 power Malcolm scope. I'll apologize at the onset for the 15 to 25 mile-an-hour winds, as it may interfere with some of the audio. In that case, you'll notice me voice this over in the studio later. Let me talk first about what comes in the kit with this scope before I break into the specific features and functions. And then, of course, we're going to take some shots with this 1885 high wall and 4570, put this scope through its paces, and get it sighted in farther down range. In the kit, you're going to get the scope tube itself. It's about 27 inches long, features a 41mm objective lens. It'll also come with this spring, designed to help the scope move back under recoil. Of course, much like on the 8-power scope, if you prefer to remove the spring and pull it back manually, that's always an option. Also included are the same mounts found on our 8-power Gen 2 competition scope, featuring firm noticeable clicks and no backlash. With the way they're spaced out presently, at 7 1/4 inches apart, each of those clicks will come out to a 1/4 MOA of adjustment. Depending on how far apart you mount yours, that may change the adjustment value, so be ready to do some math or give us a call. Also included in the kit will be some 1/2 inch tall blocks meant to fit into the crescent cut. On this particular rifle, we already had a couple crescent cut blocks installed, so I simply put the mounts onto those blocks instead. Depending on the way your rifle's barrel is contoured, whether it's tapered or straight or any other number of factors, I recommend that you take a look and see where you would put the blocks and how high they'd have to be to give you some clearance. This particular scope, because it's externally adjusted, makes changing or modifying or fixing things quite a bit easier than on your standard scope. We'll start back here with the eyepiece. The eyepiece sets your focus on the reticle. Simply twist it until it's at the right position and lock it in with the lock ring right here. This second ring is the reticle frame. It'll have 2 screws on either side, which you can loosen up and rotate to level out your reticle however you need it to be. The mounts, of course, are externally adjusting. The turrets themselves have a screw on the top of each that can be loosened to re-index the turrets. Down at the objective end is the parallax control. This particular mechanism is a little bit different from the one found on our 8-power scope, as it doesn't require you to remove the sunshade. Instead, simply loosen up one ring, rotate it to the proper location, then use the opposing ring to lock the parallax movement in place. In order to move the other way, simply apply the same rings in the opposite direction. Up on top, you'll notice an index there, but we recommend you take it to the range, put your eye behind the scope, and really get it dialed in to the different distances you'll be shooting so you can make sure to mark the parallax for your exact settings. Well, with the introductions out of the way, I think it's time to get this sighted in and, well, shoot some targets further down range. Join us in the next video as we put some 4570 through paper, starting at 50 yards and moving on further out downfield. Let's put this thing through its paces. Catch you later.